welcome to another 5-minute webinar. I'm your host, Adam Jolly. Please be sure to tweet your questions and comments to hashtag 5minutes. Our presenter today is Gerald Kraft. Gerald, what is your big idea?
My big idea is to give people tips on how to patch an air mattress. You know, we always hear the same thing when we go camping. My sleeping pad deflated, my back is killing me, and we're going to go ahead and put an end to that. We don't want busted up gear to ruin your time outdoors, and so today we're going to teach you how to repair your sleeping pad so that you don't have a miserable time the next time you're outdoors. All right, so the very first step is locating the leak. All right, in order to locate that leak, there's a couple different things we can do. Probably the easiest thing to do would be to fill up the air mattress and apply some water. What you'll find is that a mixture of soap and water will cause bubbles to appear wherever there's a hole. So a good rule of thumb is to mix about 80% water to about 20% soap. Go ahead and start spraying down that entire air mattress after it's filled up, and then start looking for where bubbles appear. Wherever bubbles appear, that's a pretty good sign that you have a leak there. Once you've located the bubbles and you've identified where the leak is, it's really important that you mark that area. I can't tell you how many times I've located a leak, deflated it, and when I go to fix it, I can't find where the leak is. So it's really important that you mark that leak. Once you've identified the leak, then it's just a matter of deflating the mattress pad. We need to make sure that that thing is completely deflated before we begin making any type of repairs to it. On self-inflating air mattresses, the best way to deflate those is to just go ahead and roll the mat up towards the nozzle. Once it's all rolled up, go ahead and close that nozzle, and that'll prevent any air from entering that self-inflating mattress. Now that you've identified the leak, you've marked it, you've deflated that mattress, the next thing that we need to do is we need to clean that repair area. What you'll find that things like dirt and residue and body oil is really going to prevent a good bond once we apply the adhesive. So it's extremely important that we use a mild solvent, rubbing alcohol, to go ahead and clean that repair area. That way we can get rid of any dirt, residue, body oils that might prevent a good bond. Once we've cleaned the surface, then it's just a matter of applying the adhesive. We recommend Seam Grip. Seam Grip's an award-winning seam sealer as well as a repair adhesive. And basically all you need to do is just apply a little bit of adhesive over the tear or the hole and then let it cure for 12 hours. Seam Grip's totally permanent, it's flexible, and it's waterproof, so it's going to do everything that you need it to do for that specific repair. You're not going to need a patch. All you need to do is apply the Seam Grip, give it the 12 hours to cure, and after it's cured for 12 hours, you can go ahead and pump that mat back up and get right back on it. So why are we doing this? Well, the reason being is because your time outside is going to be much more enjoyable when you have gear that works. Also, there's no use in sending perfectly good gear to a landfill when we can repair it. And the last thing is your gear tends to bring along memories with it. So keep those memories going by repairing your gear. So I'd like to thank everybody for joining this webinar. I hope you'll be able to put some of these tips and tricks to use, and you'll be able to enjoy yourself outdoors. Thanks a lot. This is Gerald from Gear Aid.
Now, a couple quick questions. What's the best best products to bring out to the outdoors, like mattresses? Like specifically, what kind of mattresses are better than others?
Yeah, so that's a good question. You know, basically, I just gave you recommendations on how to make a repair if you're at home. But let's just say, for instance, like you said, you're out in the field and you don't have the time to wait 12 hours for the adhesive to cure. You know, whenever you're heading out into the field, it's a good idea to bring along a few basic items. You know, an adhesive like a Seam Grip, repair tape like a tenacious tape, and a sewing kit. Let's just say, for instance, you are in the field and you do get a hole in that sleeping pad. You know, you can basically follow all the steps I outlined previously, deflate the pad, clean the area the best you can, apply a little bit of the adhesive over the hole. But when you're out in the field, like I said, you're not going to have the 12 hours to wait for that adhesive to cure. So in that instance, what you can do is you can take one of those tenacious tape repair patches, put it right over the top of the curing adhesive, and that way you can blow that air mattress back up and get right back on it immediately. So having some repair patches on hand, having some repair adhesive on hand, and having a small sewing kit is always going to get you out of a lot of jams when you're outdoors.
Awesome. Well, that's all we have for today. Again, please be sure to tweet your questions and comments to hashtag 5minutes. Gerald, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.